Does getting into an emerging market have to be a capital intensive?
It doesn't. It depends on how big a company wants to get into a market. So generally what we would recommend is that a company start with looking for sales distribution channels through agents, through joint ventures. However, if you want to make it big in an emerging market and really put your stamp on that market, you may want to do a merger or acquisition that could cost the company some significant dollars.
If you're going to start small, though, through a partnership, you don't want to skimp on the due diligence because there are a lot of risks when you're choosing a partner in an emerging market.
Correct, and probably the biggest area to look at is building relationships with the government. In these types of markets, you have governments that are heavily involved in this process, and it does take a long time to build those relationships and credibility, and then to move forward with any kind of a joint venture and or agency type situation that you're going to create.
What do you tell your clients who are nervous in a market like this? So what do you tell them to encourage them to make those investments, where it makes sense?
Well, I think the first thing is that we have them really focus on what is it that their core business is going to look like in the future. And if that future means that they want to be global, we really want them to put aside some investment dollars to look at adjacent product offerings that they can immediately start within those markets, and then to set up a very strong sales distribution channel in order to get started on building the revenue, building the credibility, and building their brand loyalty.
Have you noticed executives becoming a little more receptive to that in the past few months versus, say, a year ago?
There are CEOs specifically focused on not just on cost, but focused also on innovation, and that is expanding their product base as well as expanding where that product is situated. And emerging markets is one of those areas that truly will be a competitive advantage for them.
Carla Zilka with NextGen Advisors. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks, Suzanne.